Welcome to Echoes and Roots. I'm Sabine, and I guide you back to nature, to your inner wisdom and our ancestral ways of living in harmony with Mother Earth and the cosmos. Hello, everybody. Today I invite you for a little bit of an exploration. We are going to feel and experience within our body the energy that is around us, specifically the energy of spring, but also a little bit of the equinox. Because when we feel the energies that are here on our planet, surrounding us, that are in nature within us, we really feel wholeness. We feel generally more vibrant, more healthy. We really support our own body as well with how the energies naturally move in our body. And right now in the Northern Hemisphere we have spring, and we are coming up to the equinox. And spring is really this time where we have all this young energy rising, and spring is this time where, you know, when we move with the spring energy, when we really incorporate it into our body, we feel like so much creativity, we feel like so inspired, we have a lot of energy actually to move. It's a very physical energy, so to move our body, to do new exercises, to like do some goals, you know, some planning projects, all this. And I kind of want you to feel that, because it is an incredible energy. It's this energy of birth and rebirth as well. Very fertile energy. When you right now you go outside and you stand under a tree that's blossoming, you know, and I just invite you to do that. Just stand under the tree, take a moment. You can touch the tree, but you don't have to. It's like you feel literally there is this fertile energy. It's incredible, and we can take this into our body. That's how we naturally engage with Mother Earth. We have this spring energy right now running through us. So all my teachings, they have a foundation in Chinese medicine. So from Chinese medicine, like it's the wood element that's really active right now in spring. And with the liver and gallbladder, that's the corresponding meridians and organs that are really active. And I'm gonna, while we're doing the exercises, I'm gonna explain to you a little bit more about each of that. And with the equinox, actually, the equinox is not the start of a new season. The equinox, it's, yeah, in our Gregorian calendar it is, but actually this energy has been rising since February. It's the same in the southern hemisphere where we're going into autumn. And since February, the new energy has been rising. So there it would be the yin here. In northern hemisphere, it's the yang energy. And now spring, the equinox is actually the absolute total balance point between yin and yang. And after this, yang rises more, which we then have the summer solstice. And the summer solstice is the maximum yang energy in the year. And so now we have this balance point, which is really also an incredible energy to feel within you. Balance. So we're going to do that. So we're going to move our body a bit. This is not an exercise that I recommend when you're driving. You can be on the couch or whatever, but more a bit in a still place. If you are listening to this rather than you're watching this on YouTube, you can watch all my episodes also on YouTube now. But I've made it in a way that you should be fine just listening to me, and just following along without having to see me. So I'm trying to explain as well as I can without you having to actually see me. But if you want to watch it, it's available on YouTube. We also, that's why my harp is here, we're gonna open our voice a bit and sing along, because this is also a lot about joy and really getting into your creativity. So you don't need to worry about this one. It's gonna be fun. And everything that I'm teaching this class, like this podcast, is a little bit actually how I run my courses. And so if this speaks to you, I invite you. I have a seasonal self-paced online courses where there is much more in-depth even advice around lifestyle, around diet. There's a lot of exercises in there. There's acupressure manuals, all kind of things to really align yourself with Mother Earth's energy. And I have my live classes, which follow different themes, but where we also do a lot of body work, because everything is stored in the body. Our body is literally, that is the gateway to your soul. It's a gateway to your intuition, to all the answers, is the body. And the body is what comes from Mother Earth. You know, it's shaped out of her. We hold within us all her wisdom. We hold also the medicine we need. So in my next live class, which starts in 3 weeks, Healing the Mother Wound, we're going to work with the meridians that store our attachment style specifically, and to allow us to basically release some of these patterns. And with attachment styles, it's really interesting because there is two folds. You know, there is what you learned from your early childhood, and you can be like anxious, you can be avoidant, you can be combination, but then also there's also part of we actually act much more out of some of these patterns with specific people. So if you come in your life across people, for instance, that hold very manipulative, very narcissistic energies, you much easier go into patterns, into these attachment style patterns. Like you can be, let's say as an example, with one person, if they don't reply to you within a certain time frame, you can be totally fine because that person holds a fairly generally in neutral energy. But with another person who's either very manipulative, you might really go into an anxious style. And so it's not only just about getting to know these styles and really releasing some of the experience that we had to shape these styles through the body, but it's also about learning, taking your body and learning to understand the energy of people. Because then when you can really understand, because our body knows, our body tells us about people that are not good for us. And when you really learn to listen to the signs and you be with your body, then you actually know, okay, this is a person I can't trust, so I shouldn't be anyway. Engaging with them in the first place. And this is a person who has a trustworthy energy. And so then you also much less lean into these patterns in the first place. And I work with a modality that's called Do-In meridian yoga. It comes out of Chinese medicine. So we do gentle stretches for the meridians. We do acupressure and massage. You will experience it today. To open up certain points on these meridians, to really open up the body, because the body does love touch and needs touch. And we also do different breathing and sound. And it's really nice, it's really gentle. And that's also part of all my courses. So now, enough talking, because we want to feel the energy. So as a start, so again, maybe you shake yourself up for a little bit, because spring energy, liver, gallbladder energy can make us at times restless. So what you might feel and what you will experience is this energy that wants to move. And it's important actually that you move, and that you move this energy, especially if you feel a lot of anger also coming up. You move it either physically, you go outside, you go running, you do whatever sport you love, you go dancing, this is amazing. I actually was thinking about, should I just put on some music and we dance? And I was like, maybe not the time. I do it in my classes though. In my classes we dance, so it's fun. It's really fun. The class is fun. This class should be fun. But really move the body and also do creative things, and also singing helps the energies to move. Right, so maybe you want to shake if that was a day where you didn't move enough, because now it's like the young energy is literally pushing you to do that. And then I will invite you to come into a little bit more stillness, and you can close your eyes and you can put your hands on your heart. You can just leave them in your lap, wherever you want, on your lower abdomen. But I want you to feel into your body. And feeling where your body is right now. So observing your breath without having to alter it. also noticing if there is a restlessness within you. That maybe wants you to shake and dance and just move around. So we notice the needs of our body. You may also feel tired. Many people do experience tiredness in spring, and it generally stems from not having gotten enough rest during the winter time, during the yin time. So if you are tired in spring, there's also so there's two types of tiredness. There is like the physical tiredness. So really feeling in your body, do you physically need more rest? And then really thinking back, how have you been resting or not resting in the last couple of months, and giving yourself that rest as well. Especially before we go into summer, where the energy is even more pushing us for activity. There is also the other type of tiredness that you can experience in spring, which is more a level of depression and lack of motivation, and that one actually wants you to get off the couch. That one wants you. It's not a physical tiredness. That's why I invite you to feel into your body. It's not physical. It's really much more a tiredness of life. And that maybe has to do if you have a job you don't like, you don't want to get up in the morning because you have nothing to look forward to. You're in a relationship or with kids in the family, is a lot of arguments, troubles. You're kind of tired of life. That one invites you to actually do things, but do things that you love. Like really think of every day, plan something that you love to do and that you look forward to, so you actually get a little bit that zest of life back. And my cat just came in, and she lies on the couch, but I put her blanket now here in front of me. Let's see if she's gonna be happy on her favorite blanket here. And are you still feeling okay? Coming back. I talked a lot now. Coming back into the body. Taking a deep breath. So notice again. Notice. How does the body feel? Restless, tired, physical tired or not? Any kind of tension, any area that maybe feels heavy or feels empty? Pain somewhere? And then the question is there a way that your body wants to move right now? So I invite you, because our body tells us to right now just move. Can you look? And move in a way that your body needs. So wherever you might have some tension, like I'm having some tension in my neck, so I'm moving my neck. And for you it might be something different. Maybe your hips want to move. Your lower back feels stiff, and liver energy is a lot about, natural movements. I mean, we all have like specific, exercise routines we follow, and, specific whatever yoga exercises or Pilates, or no matter what you do. But there's also, it's nice to have your routine, but it's also nice to just take a couple of minutes as part of your routine to just move in the way that your body wants to move. And maybe, like I'm sitting so on YouTube you can see me, but maybe you want to get up, maybe you want to just move more of your body, maybe your legs want to move. So just allow yourself to do a little bit of what your body right now feels like.
And that's why I also said really recognizing when do you feel restless. And sometimes restless can also be a nervousness and us not settling down. It's like us being in fight and flight. But sometimes restless is also just us wanting some exercise. So also recognizing the differences and recognizing how can you also truly relax. What means my body right now is truly relaxing. You know, letting go, like just melting into the floor or something. Yeah. And then after you move a bit, just naturally. And it feels, you know, when you naturally move, it does feel really good. It's like my body, oh my god. So, I invite you, we're gonna bring one arm up and you're just gonna stretch a bit to sides. And you can make it a bit of flowing movement, you know, because flowing is very much liver. Liver is about energy free flowing in the body. It's about the free flow of blood as well. And our side movement, side stretches like this, is connected to the wood element because the gallbladder meridian, which is the young pair of the liver, runs along the side. Yeah. So you're just gonna then also twisting. Twisting is amazing as well for your liver and gallbladder, and all this help you to also release stress. So the wood element, liver, gallbladder, are the ones that help us release stress. They also store the stress. That's why I'm saying it's so important. Just, you know, get up, shake like after a heavy work day, do some twists, you know, open your sides, like release the stress in the body, like do some dancing. Just move, you know, like sometimes for people who are, everybody has a dominant element in them, and people who are dominant liver energy, you will see them, they are kind of like the leader types. They are really visionaries, incredible entrepreneurial energy, but also they can be sometimes like really restless and get easily frustrated, no patience, zero patience. And for them, it's so important that they move, that they do exercises, they work out. Literally, these are the people who you say, yes, you home gym or go to the gym, go outside, go running. That's what you need after a work day. You know, I'm not going to talk to you before you've done some physical exercises, because otherwise you just, you know, drive me crazy with your charge up energy kind of thing, you know. And it's great if these people recognize themselves that they really need it. And they sometimes in spring, you know, can go a bit crazy. What is also amazing spring to do is detoxes. Amazing right now, and especially also for people who are liver energy type. So we open up the sides. It's good. Good. You feel, and you just feel now. Feel again into your body. How does it feel now? After you moved a bit. I really feel how the flow of energy goes. And for me, for instance, because I didn't move my leg because I'm sitting here for this video, this recording, I'm like, okay, I feel good here, I'm here, the top part of the body, but the leg should be moving. Yeah, this is fun. Now, we are going to do a little massage. So, you're warming up your hands, so you're rubbing your hands, make them really warm, and put your heart into this too, like, because you're gonna give your body some love. So putting our heart, bringing up some love in the heart, some compassion for our body, and then when our hands are really warm, you're gonna place them over your eyes. Eyes are the sense organ connected to the liver. And we can get really tired eyes now with so much watching. screens. That's why watching, going nature, seeing the color green in nature and also blue, like water, is so nourishing for our body, for the liver, for the free flow of energy and blood. So just feel the warmth for now. And then still eyes closed. You can have eyes closed. I can peek because I'm doing a recording. But you have eyes closed. We're gonna roll the eyeballs. So you're gonna roll them clockwise 9 times. Eyelids are closed and you're just gonna roll 9 times clockwise, then 9 times anti-clockwise. Then looking up and down, eyes closed, just the eyeball up and down, left and right. Coming back center, just feeling. And you can take your hands off. We're going to take the fingertips and massage a little bit around the eyes. So we're going to start from the inside. So on the inside starts here, platter meridian. Inside of the eyes, you can just take your middle fingers, you can massage a bit, circular, and then you press with your fingers along your eyebrows. And just feel like, usually we don't give attention to this part, but it's really nice. And then at the end of your eyebrows, we have the Sanjiao. This is Sanjiao gallbladder. Sanjiao channel, I think. And then on the sides, we're pressing here, that's the gallbladder. That's our spring, our yang pair, the liver. Coming down now, below the eyes, in the center, just below your pupils, you have the start of the stomach meridian. Coming back, inside of your eyes. Now we're gonna do one more time, and now you're gonna go a little bit closer to your eyeballs and really gentle now. Coming to the sides, outer eyes. And back up on the top, back inside eyes. And now you're gonna close your eyes and you just really gentle press on your eyeballs. You need to be gentle. And then just gonna take your hands down and just feel for a moment, eyes closed still, hands down, feeling into the area of our eyes. How does it feel compared to the rest of your face? And when you now open your eyes, just gonna focus for a moment on what you see. Yeah, and so like this, we can massage all parts of the body, all parts of the face. Also, it's really nice because we really stimulate these areas that usually don't get a massage from us, and they don't get touched. We stimulate them much deeper, and as you saw or felt, you stimulate the meridians, and when we do that, we make sure that the energy flows freely. The energy usually through, immobilities, through emotions, gets blocked, gets stuck, and what we want is that it flows freely and that also the emotions can be released. And that's the same when we used to walk on pilgrimage paths on Mother Earth. It's we walking on her waterways and her energy lines. It's the same, we moving the water on the planet. We are moving the energy to make sure the energy always flows freely, because that is health. Health means your blood, your energy
flows without any kind of blocks. And it flows also in the right direction. That is another thing. We have counterflow, where we call it counterflow chi. For instance, if you get hiccups, it's stomach, instead the stomach energy should go down, stomach energy goes up. We also have with the liver. So with the liver, what can happen when we get really angry, that all the energy, usually what we like, and we're going to do this actually in a second, just a little visualization. We want the energy in our body to flow downwards in general, out of the head into the feet. Because that calms us down and we get out of this the mental craziness, down into the heart, into the hara, the lower abdomen, into the feet and ground. But especially when liver energy and when that fire, when anger like rises, heart can also like rise, but liver is like, it goes up, it goes into your head, and that is where then people, you know, say something they later regret. They shout out, they use their hands. Liver energy is it's really connected to the body, very strong. That's why people like really physically get into fights, you know. Yeah, it's because the energy just takes over, comes up, and yeah, takes over the head, and beyond any level of sanity is gone. So for a moment now, coming back into your body, I want you to imagine you're standing under a waterfall, and it's just really fresh. It's like, you know, it's like the spring energy outside. So we have the birds that we hear now, and this freshness in the air, and the flowers that are blossoming, and you feel the same freshness in the water and in this waterfall. And you feel how the water drips down, drips onto your head. It flows over your face. So you really feel the water droplets flowing over your face, and it's warm waterfall coming up to your shoulders. Feel it flowing over your arms, your upper arms, lower arms, your hands, dripping off your hands. Now flowing over your neck, chin, chest, flowing over the chest, flowing over the back, over your back, and down your back, down in the front, flowing over your hips, flowing down your legs, and you can feel it again at your knees, and coming down your lower legs, feeling it into the feet and down into Mother Earth. And I want you to really feel this flow of energy coming down your head, and then literally coming also inside of you in a way, energy, and down and down and down and down, further down in your body and down into the earth. Breath in, waterfall, energy flowing down on you. Connecting you deeply, feel your feet, you know, connecting you deeply with Mother Earth, water flows into Mother Earth. Inhale and exhale, down. And you can imagine with the inhale, bringing up energy. You can imagine from the back, from your kidneys up. And then comes down again. Comes through your heart, through your lower abdomen, moves down into your feet. Then you come up, coming down. And down. And when we are barefoot on the ground, it really grounds our energy. It really helps us to have this movement of the energy coming back down in us. Grounding deep into Mother Earth. Now we're gonna open up a bit. It's also liver. We're gonna breathe a little bit with the heart. So I have to swap you a little bit around to get with the harp. And what we're gonna do
because that is also very like helping to move the energy in the body. Gonna breathe a bit with the heart, and then we're just gonna make some sounds. It's so fun because anyway, you're at home, you can just go crazy. And we're gonna sing a little song, and then that's it. Yeah, so I'm gonna start with some breathing, because you know a breath work is also really connected. It's connected to the metal element, but it helps. The metal element is the one. Wait, I need to make sure that I'm saying this correctly now. Yes, the metal element is the one that's controlling the liver element or the wood element. And so breath work is controlling when we go basically like, you know, when all this young energy, this liver energy flows up and we go like angry, and this is the breath that's controlling it. So, and the mother of the liver, of the wood element are the kidneys. That's why we're breathing through the kidneys. That's why it's so important to also have moments of rest, have moments of introspection, of nourishing, because that's a mother, you know. So yeah, and we do always have to really respect the mother and acknowledge the mother. So we're gonna do some breathing. And with the liver, you can really be like, sometimes it's really about like letting go. It's not like you don't just have like gentle like I'm breathing a little bit. No, you can feel like I'm letting the stress go, because this is about letting stress go. So we're gonna breathe in. I should also play correctly. It's so funny because like we're gonna go. Do it again. And you can really make some sounds with it. Sometimes it's like, you know, wait, let me try it. We're gonna do lip trill. That's fun, but let me try with the breathing. Nah, we're gonna do lip trill. Better. So lip trills are fun for opening up our voice, and that's really what gets into the creativity. So lip trills go like this. If you've never done a lip trill, it goes like this. We're gonna do that. It looks funny. It's just because I'm the one on camera, so I'm gonna look funny for you. It's just you at home. Okay, good. Let's gonna do it. And we're gonna go up and down. So that's what brings in the opening of the throat chakra. Let's go. Lip trills is so much fun because, you know, something goes for sure. Something is gonna look funny. And we can also just make any sound we want with it when we go up and down. So it can also just be like sometimes it's nice to see what your body wants to do as well with the sounds as well, like what kind of sound is gonna come out. Yeah. Okay, let's do a little bit of a song. It's a really fun song. It's like kind of like, it's just fun. And it goes like this. It goes like lavender's blue, dilly dilly, lavender's green. And then the original text is like, when I am king, dilly dilly, you shall be queen. But because you are on Sabine's show and I'm running Sabine's matriarchy, we're gonna sing, when I am queen, you shall be king. And if you're a man, you can adjust it. But here you're gonna have, and it's just really fun, so I just invite you to sing along. So it goes like this. Lavender's blue, dilly dilly, lavender's green. When I am queen, dilly dilly, you shall be king. Let's do it again. Now you know the lyrics. Lavender's blue, dilly dilly, lavender's green. When I am queen, dilly dilly, you shall be king. And you see, that's how you can just have fun. With singing, with experimentation, with creativity. It does not have to be perfect at all. And actually being timid and being shy about your creation is also part of an expression of the gallbladder and of the liver, and you really leaning into spring energy and working with your body and moving your body and opening the voice. It's going to help with that, being timid and being shy. And I can tell you all about this because I can be really shy sometimes, and even me just doing things and it's not perfect, it's fine, you know, nothing has to be perfect. It's just, you know, us showing up for ourselves and for a little bit fun in life. So yes, that's the exploration of spring energy. Of course, there's so much more around different lifestyle, diet, around exercises you can do to support your body, your health in spring. And if you're curious, I'm going to put in the show notes. I have my self-paced courses. Of course, if you really want to work with the motherly, the nurturing energy in you, then I invite you into my course, Healing the Mother Wound. We also going to sing and just be expressive with the harp. At brings, I felt that was the biggest transformation in my last course, when we just opened up and just opened up our voice. And it's so much about also, you know, opening up to your own needs and to that shining light in you, and to really being yourself, being your true soul and expressing yourself. And yeah, so I invite you into that course, Healing the Mother Wound. It's gonna be it's a very nurturing course. And other than that, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do next podcast. I was thinking, you know, sometimes I'm very like into the history as well, so maybe it's going to be something a bit more around history. I also want to talk about the Divine Mother, yeah, about humanity. But I'm going to leave you, so I'm practicing right now on the harp and on singing a song. It's so amazing. It's a song from the Melchizedek Cloister teachings, and it's a song about us humans, our story, and how what happened to us, and how we are gonna come back home to ourselves, back home to remembering who we are, back home here on earth to Mother Nature. And it's not ready yet. The whole song is not ready. I'm gonna also sing there's some Anuhasi in it. I've sang a little bit Anuhasi last podcast, but there's more Anuhasi in this. It's really nice. but it's a really nice song. I'm just gonna, because it's such a nice melody, and I'm just gonna do the beginning one, and then once I'm ready with the full song, and also on the harp, because I still have to practice it on the harp, then I'm gonna post the full song. So, but the beginning goes like this. This is the story of the beginning of creation. You know, when and sometimes it's nice to tune into these stories, because spring is about the beginning, and it's also about what you maybe want to birth into your life this year, and into all of us. What do we want to birth into the collective? You know, that's a really big question, I think, right now, with everything going on. But yeah, what do we want to birth forward? And this is the birthing time. So it goes like this. Once was a night of a faraway dream. Once was a night when a candle fire burned. Once was a night when the nightingales sing. Once on this night worlds were born. And I leave you with this, to really feel into what wants to be born, birthed out of you this spring. Thanks so much for joining me in this little exploration of our bodies, of the energies within us and around us. And I hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.
Follow me on Instagram at Echoes and Roots for grounded spirituality, ancient wisdom, and nature-based living.